What's up, everybody? It's me, Rivah. I'm back again with another video. If you're new here, my name's Rivah. I'm here to give you guys my full thoughts, my feelings, my opinions, my reaction to this video. And I am just mind boggled at the amount of stuff that I have in my Instagram DM to react to. If you guys ever wanted to send me anything, it's at RIVAH_JORGON. But I saw this article that was in my DM from somebody, and I had to react to it. They wanted to know my feelings on this, my opinions, and I'm going to read it. It is a little bit lengthy, but I'm going to read it all, and then I'm going to give you guys my full opinion. So this is from another woman who was, I think, on Twitter or somewhere, and she's making a disclaimer saying, ladies, be careful. So she says that an Uber driver that drove her to work about 3 weeks ago came to her job, and he was asking the host for her by name, and they told her exactly where she was and led him straight to her. She said she does not know this man from Adam, but he remembered where I work. And initially, when I first read this first part of this entire thing, my first thoughts were, how does this man know that this is where you work? How does he know that he can come back and find you at this space? That's my first question. Okay? First of all. Also, I was very unaware that people give they put their actual first names on their Uber account as a woman. Okay, I'm just being honest. I did not know that. I never did that when I would take Uber. It's not gonna be my first name, because I'm aware that there are weirdos in the world. Now the next thing she says, he gave me an awkward fist bump as I was trying to figure out how he knew me and what was going on. That's when he told me who he was and that he remembered my name. He said he tried calling and texting me, but I never replied because I gave him the wrong number. Full stop. Hold the phone. Why did you give him a phone number to begin with? Why? And again, sometimes I think things are like more common than not. And then when I see things like this, or when people ask me my opinions on certain things, then I realize that that's not really how everyone operates when it comes to maneuvering as a woman in the world. And it has nothing to do with anything else other than, like, we watch the news, right? Like, we watch movies. We understand that in real life there are going to be weirdos, women and men. There's going to be weirdos in the world. And as a woman who is maneuvering on your own, I don't know what time of night, what time of evening, you have to know how to move in the world as a own protection for yourself. Again, regardless if it's a woman driver or a man driver, bus driver, train driver, whatever it is, you have to know how to move. If you're giving this man, while you're in his car, a phone number, period, that is giving him an entryway to think that he has an opportunity, to make him feel comfortable enough to feel as though he can come back and try to holler at you, because you must have been interested because you gave him a number. You cannot be afraid, because women, it's interesting. They're quick to tell a man off when they're in a relationship with him. They're quick to, oh, men ain't this and men ain't that. But when they're faced with a man that's in front of them, they feel weird, or they feel scared to be, who they are, and be strong and be like, I'm not interested, or I'm married, or whatever it is. But when you give somebody something like a phone number, that is an exchange. So if you have a conversation with this person in the car, you're talking, whatever, and you give this person a means to contact you, that means that you're also interested in them. That's what that means. Okay, let's move on. Then it said, then he asked me for my real one in the middle of my workplace. I was terrified. I gave him my number with one digit off and he left. The best part of it all, my managers looked at my shaking hands and tear-stained face and told me they could do nothing about it. Why did you give him a number again? Why did you not say, you're making me very uncomfortable right now? You're making me uncomfortable right now. Go to your managers at the, excuse me, sir. Go to your managers at that very given time and say, this person is not supposed to be here. I don't know why he's here. And they would have escorted him out. And again, I have to wonder, like, how does he even know this is where you work? You have to be mindful, again, that there's weirdos in the world. You cannot expose where you live and where you work. It doesn't matter if you're taking a cab, if you're taking an Uber. They don't have to, you can be going there for an appointment. Nobody has to know that that's where you're working. I remember when I used to take Uber, and this is just me being like a mama, right? I remember when I used to take Uber, nobody's dropping me to any exact address anyway. Okay? You're dropping me to some place that's close enough that I can walk, and I'm going to make sure you drive off before I start walking. You're dropping me near a space, but you're never going to drop me to an exact space and know the exact door and know the exact place to reach me. And you worse not going to have my first and last name or my phone number. You have to know these things because you're putting it onto your managers who are saying they can't do anything about it. But the problem is that they're trying to figure out, like, well, we didn't know. He knew your name. We didn't know that you don't know him. You were talking to him for a while before you came into our office and told us the situation. It's harder. Prevention is always better than cure. I rather act like when people be like, oh, you doing too much. Why you walking so far when you already caught a cab? Or, why you pretending like you on a phone call? Like, why are you doing all these things? Because it's about prevention being way better than cure. Because now this person knows where you work. Now what do you do? Quit your job? And see, it says here, this man has my work address, my home address, my name, but they refuse to even set a policy in place that doesn't allow strangers to ask if you're working and just be able to see you on a whim. So here I sit trying to make my way home safely with a knife and mace. Again, I want to know too in the comment sections, like, even from men and women, like, whenever you go into like a cab or like a Uber or whatever the case is, or a Lyft or whatever it is, do you have them pick you up from your door and drop you to your door? Do you have any dialogue with these people and allow them to know that, yes, this is who I'm who I am, and this is exactly where I live. This is what I do. This is actually my job. I work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Like, is this the kind of dialogue that you have, men and women? Because again, I have to say, there's people crazy on both sides. You just have to know how to move like within the world itself. And do I agree that there should be a policy that people can't just walk up to you? Yes. Do I know where she works? I don't know. I don't know if she works at like a restaurant. I don't know exactly where she works, where it's kind of like a difficult space for that to be. Do I think there should be a policy? Absolutely. But if this man has all of your information, it's hard for them to know or not know who you are or how they're close to you or whatever, because from the beginning, the tone should have been a certain way. From you got in the car, there should be no exchange of even a fake number if you are not interested, especially if you don't know who this person is. There should be no exchange. There should barely be even dialogue. Call somebody on the phone. Call somebody, talk to them. Let them know you're going to some place for the first time that you've never been to before and you don't know if you ever go back. I'm laughing, but I'm being honest. Prevention is better than cure. And then she said, also update, I was able to locate the driver from my last trips, and it was Lyft, not Uber, which is more frustrating because Lyft is supposed to be the safer choice for women when there is no safe choice. There's no safe choice anywhere for anybody. There's nothing that's going to be 100% foolproof for anyone. And I know that's like rough to even say, like, that's like, damn. But it's just true because, like, it's putting trust into somebody else that you don't know on any given time. You're always putting trust into somebody that you are not aware of who they are. So you have to know how to move as yourself. And I don't know, it could be me living in New York, to be real. Because everybody knows, everybody moves a certain way in New York, whether male or female. You know, when I took a cab, when I took the bus, when I took the train, like I always was like very aware of my surroundings, very aware of like, is this person following me? Very aware of like, you know, how I dialogue with people, not sending off the wrong signals, being very serious, not being so friendly, and not being afraid to make somebody feel uncomfortable because I'm uncomfortable. You don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to be nasty, obviously, because you're in this person's vehicle. And again, you don't know who you're dealing with. But you do have to let it be known that you're not interested. Not overly kind, not overly nice, not overly talkative, not overly this, not overly giving information to people that you don't know, male or female. And again, it's saying like, oh, you know, we can't trust all these companies. It's not about that. It's about you knowing how to maneuver in your life. They can only do but so much. If I'm being real, I'm not defender of the companies. Okay. I'm not like, oh yeah, you know, well, Rivah, she never gets it anyway. No, I'm just saying, when you go into a grocery store, okay, and you walk in and somebody following you down the aisles or whatever, they can only do but so much. When you leave, they can't follow you home. They can call they can call the authorities, they can do whatever, but you always have to know, and you always have to be checking out for yourself. And I always say, especially when it comes to like ride sharing or all that kind of stuff, you just act like everybody don't have sense. That's one of the best ways to take care of yourself. Again, whether you're a male, whether you're a female, it does not matter. Overthink. Because prevention is better than cure. You have to be able to maneuver through and protect, be as protective of yourself as you can be. And sometimes it's because some women are just naive. To be real, some people are just naive, and they kind of think like it's like the world is just this beautiful place that everybody is so trustworthy, and that's not true. But the minute that she gave this man even a false phone number, that was a big deal. The minute that this man knew that this was your place of employment, big deal. The minute that this man even had your first and last name, the minute that this man knew that he was picking you up from your home and that's where you lived, big deal. You have to know how to like move a certain way so that people can't clock you. It's important. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I want to hear your thoughts, your feelings, and your opinions. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And if you are not following me on Instagram, my Instagram again is at RIVAH_JORDON. That's where I received the request to react to this video, as well as many others. So make sure you guys hit me up if you do have a request. And sometimes it takes me a little long to get through the DMs, but once I do see it, I always get back to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there.